welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be going on holiday in just over a week, and I thought I would do a little travel series. I'm going to be doing some stuff on my blog as well, but this is kind of my first travel video really. I've travelled quite a lot in my little life, as well as doing holidays. I've also travelled a lot for work and acting and that sort of thing. So I've kind of picked up a couple of tips and tricks and things that just make your journey a lot easier and a lot more stress-free, and you can just go and relax in duty-free and buy all the stuff you want. So I've got 10 tips for you, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new, do subscribe and you'll get some more videos from me. So let's go. Number 1, always check in online. As soon as I discovered this tip, I've been using it every single time I've been flying. It's such a great tip. You just bypass all that trouble of going in, checking in and doing all that stuff, and you can just breeze on through to security. It also just takes a couple of minutes online, like compared to how long you may be waiting in line, that's just perfect. Number 2, bring identifiable luggage. Either bring a suitcase with you with some sort of crazy pattern, or either tie a really colourful ribbon, or just something that you can pick your suitcase out a little way off and you can just take it and that's it. You don't have to be like checking and seeing if it's yours. If you have like a black bag, for instance, there are like 100 other black bags on that plane. You have to like check it. So if you have something that you can automatically recognize it, then it makes life so much easier. Also, if you lose your bag and the airline is trying to help find it in a mass of all bags that look the same, it just makes life a little bit easier, and hopefully you'll get the right bag. Tip number 3, bring layers. I've made so many mistakes when I've got on the plane and I'm in little shorts and a little t-shirt and it's absolutely freezing on the plane. One of the things I like to do is to bring some sort of a blanket scarf. Blanket scarves have been a lifesaver when I've been traveling. If I've been in the car, you can just wrap them around you. If you're on a plane, if you're getting a little bit cold, you can just wrap them around you and no one really cares if you just look like a blanket with a head coming out of the top, because everyone's in the same situation. It also means that if you get hot, you can just take it off. Bringing layers is just so great because you can adapt yourself to whether the plane's hot or whether it's cold, and you're not sitting there uncomfortable for a couple of hours or even longer. If you don't own a blanket scarf, then something like a hoodie will do, because then at least you can kind of put the hoodie up and it can keep your head warm. So just anything that you can layer on top of what you're originally wearing, then that's great. Tip number 4, get there 2 hours beforehand. Now, sometimes when I've been traveling, I've got there like more than 2 hours beforehand, and I've found I've just been sat there in duty-free waiting and waiting, and I've done all the shops and I didn't buy anything and I'm just sat there bored out of my mind. I think if you're doing a short haul, like maybe under 5 hours, then it's good to get there like 2 hours beforehand, because especially if you've done online check-in, because you can just go through security, do all of that, and you can just go through and you can just kind of relax. You don't have to be thinking, right, I have to get to my gate like now. You've given a comfortable amount of time for yourself to enjoy the journey. I've never really done a long haul before, but I think people say kind of 2.5 to 3 hours, especially if you've got to go through customs, but obviously that just depends. Always check and see what your airline says on their website, because they normally give a good correct time to get to the airport, so have a look on there. Tip number 5, this sounds really weird, but make a duty-free shopping list. There have been so many times that I've gone into duty-free and I've been thinking, yeah, I've been wanting to get something but I can't remember. Or if you're looking at makeup, for instance, and there's a particular shade and you can't remember the shade, that is so annoying, because duty-free is just an opportunity that you can't miss out on. So I always have a little note section on my phone where I just put things that I'm looking at buying, or just to see what the price is like, because sometimes the price is like really down from the price that we get in normal shops. Sometimes there's not that much difference, so it's good to check. Tip number 6, try not to wear too many metal items. Now, this is something that I've also learnt from a young age, where I used to go on holiday, I used to wear so much jewellery that when I got to security, I would have to take it all off and it would take me a good couple of minutes. Now, this can save you time by just wearing as little metal items as possible, minimal jewellery. If you have got metal in like your shoes or in your belt, try and see if you've got other options that you can wear. Obviously this is not a big one, like, you know, if you want to wear loads of jewellery, that's completely up to you, but this just helps me save time and just kind of just like breeze through security. Tip number 7, always double and sometimes triple check what time your plane's boarding or what time the gate closes. Now this happened to me last year when I kind of glanced at the time when the gate was closing, didn't really take it into my mind and keep it in storage, and so we were sitting at breakfast and we had our breakfast, came out to see what time the gate was closing. We had like 3 minutes. I mean, it was no biggie, like they weren't just gonna cut off the line. I think it was just a general thing to say, by the way, gate's closing in like 3 minutes. So me being me, just ran the whole length of the gates. And also it wasn't like a gate really near, it was a gate really far away. So I ran and didn't need to. So I think if you've got a airline where the gate is closing like half an hour before the actual flight, then do double check it, and then at least you've got it in your frame of mind when you're planning out what you're gonna do while you're waiting. Tip number 8, always wear the heaviest items you want to bring to the airport. There's nothing worse than packing a really nice pair of shoes that are really heavy, but they take up like 5 kilograms of your allowance. So I always find that wearing the heaviest items, like heavy shoes, if you've got like a heavy jumper, for instance a blanket, scarf or things like that, if you wear that to the airport, then it just kind of frees up some space in your luggage, so you don't have to be worrying about whether your luggage is over or not. Tip number 9. Oh, what is tip number 9? I just said tip number 9 and had no idea what I was gonna say. Tip number 9, if you can, bring some sort of small bag or purse with you to keep all your essentials in. Sometimes you can just keep this in your main carry-on, but I have a bum bag and it literally changed my life when I wore it to the airport, because I had my passport, had my phone, had my wallet, and it was all safe in there and I didn't have to dig through my massive carry-on. If you want to, you can just put the little bag inside your big bag, then you have it all together. But if you've got something like a bum bag or maybe like a crossbody bag, that's great because it's already on your body, you don't have to rifle through to find the smaller bag, if that makes sense. And tip number 10, if you have one, then bring your portable charger. If you don't have one, buy one. Portable chargers have changed my life, as I'm sure they have for many of you too. I actually have one that has about 16 chargers in it. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct, but I will link down below the one that I have, or it will be in the little card. I think it's that way, that one. They are really inexpensive as well. The ones that hold a couple of chargers are dirt cheap. The ones that hold a lot of chargers like my one are retail for about £20. But it's one of the best investments. So there we go, those are my airport hacks for when you're flying. If you enjoyed this video, do let me know. If you've got any tips as well that you do, or if this has been helpful, if you're traveling soon or you will be traveling and you didn't know any of this stuff, please do let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.